Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Drawing Down the Dragon. I'm Snappy, and thank you for joining me for our monthly tarot session for November 25th, 2025. And today we're going to be looking at the energy for those with significant Taurus placement. So if you have a Taurus moon, a Taurus rising, or a Taurus sun in your astrology chart, this is the reading for you. And we're going to go today to Aleister Crowley and Lady Frida Harris and their deck, the Thoth Tarot. And we'll be doing a 9-card Saturn Square reading. And remember to take what resonates, to discard what doesn't, and to trust your personal intuition above all else. And this reading is going to be all about you, all about how the energies are impacting you personally in your life and calling you to move upon your path, the path of your true will, one of exploration and self-development. So this is not a community reading that's focused on love or on careers. This is all about you. All right. So let us invoke Apollo and the Muses and ask them to shine their light upon Taurus, to guide them throughout their day, and to help them to realize the beauty of their dreams. So Apollo and the Muses, what is the message for Taurus for the month of November 2025? All right. Let's take a quick look. Muses inspire. And we'll give our cards a quick cut here. And let's see. Okay. What is our center card? In our center card today, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. Such incredible magical energy, the Wheel of Fortune. Right? The Wheel of Fortune, this is all about self-empowerment and coming to a deep personal realization, rising to the occasion. When we see the energy of fortune, we must recognize that the goddess Fortuna, Tai Chi, is upon us. And this is beautiful and intense energy. Fortune comes to transform you, to impearl you, to pressurize you and turn you into a diamond. But for this to occur, you must be able to rise to the moment that you find yourself in. And this is clearly a difficult moment. A moment that's going to require you to exceed yourself, to move beyond your boundaries, and to move beyond the limits of either pole, to really push yourself into the unknown, right? If you can rise to this moment and accept the challenge head on, overcome the uncomfortableness of this energy, overcome the confusion, rise to meet it, this energy rewards you. It rewards you with incredible wealth, security, and abundance, but you have to meet the pressures of the day. Let's see, where does this energy take us, Taurus? The Prince of Cups. All right, the Prince of Cups. And this is how we're showing up in the reading. You know, the Prince of Cups is beautiful, youthful energy, right? This is the water, or the air of water. The air of water, right? And the princes are such interesting energy. They represent people who are trying to figure out their place in the world, who caught up in the heights of imagination, who are really trying to think about things and what they wish and where they find themselves fitting in this magical weave and tapestry of life, what their purpose is. You know, they're really trying to explore this in that airy nature. And here we see the prince in the water. So this is the youth that is not only in that, you know, prince energy of the air, but is struggling with the energy of the water, love, connection to others, flowing in harmony with the beautiful people around us. And often this represents a youth who's trying to either overindulge in the waters or reject the waters, right? The waters are complicated. That's energy that we don't have full control over. No one gets to choose who they love, who they wish to be connected with, where the universe pulls us and flow. All we get to do in the face of the waters is to try to come into harmony, into loving reciprocity, right? To recognize our needs and to try to ensure that they are met and matched, right? And to try and ensure that we are meeting and matching the needs of the people around us. You know, this is energy that calls us to come into balance and harmony, right? Calls us to recognize ourselves in the mirror and to accept it. Really, really powerful energy. And also the princes are energies that need to grow up, that need to take responsibility. The Prince of Cups ultimately needs to come down from the heights of the air and make a choice, right? Choose how to cultivate their life, reconcile this energy of the waters, and move in harmony. Rising to the nature of the 10, the Wheel of Fortune, meeting Fortuna head on. That's the energy that will transform us. So we probably find ourselves in a difficult situation right now, an intense moment. But this is a moment that'll lead to true growth if we can meet it. Let's see. Oh, and look at that. We've got the Hermit. Now that's really, really beautiful energy. The Hermit is the Virgo, the power of the 9, right? And the 9 in the tarot is the energy that leads us to the completion of the cycle, that brings us to the fortune energy, right? What is the Virgo all about? This is the energy of refinement. Hermit, the Virgo energy, is the one who does the hard shadow work, who faces himself in the mirror, who walks the long and lonesome path alone, that recognizes their issues with honesty and love and tries to overcome them, does the hard work in the earth, passes through the gates of the underworld, rises to meet the challenges in order to be placed among the stars, in order to rise and evolve, in order to meet the pressures of the day. This is profound energy because it is the 9 that takes us to the 10, that leads us to this true empowerment and realization, right? And we're seeing that prince come down from the heights of the air, empower themselves in that Virgo earthiness, and do the hard work of coming into refinement, of strengthening and empowering themselves, of rising to meet this fortune energy head on. That is powerful. That is beautiful. I don't see this prince staying in the prince energy for long. Let's see here. The Chariot. The Chariot. Oh, wow. So much powerful energy here, right? The Chariot is the 7. The 7. Apollo as the destroyer. Hephaestus. This is incredible energy. This is the energy that calls you to don your armor and to take responsibility. The energy of Cancer, right? The most powerful and active card in the deck. Destiny, potential, power, motion. This energy is calling us to rise to this moment and to face it head on, to rise to the challenge and to meet it, to stand tall and to fight for what we love and what we believe in, to fight for our loved ones. Do you have the strength? Can you take responsibility? Can you recognize the truth and the justice of this situation and do what you have to do? Can you protect what you believe in and fight for it? That's what the energy is demanding. You know, you're going to have to not only refine yourself and face yourself in the mirror, do the hard and lonesome shadow work, but we'll have to rise to the moment, don your armor and be prepared to move, prepared to go to battle, to do whatever it takes to protect your loved ones, to protect what you believe in. Wow, wow, wow. Powerful stuff. Powerful, powerful stuff. And look at that. We got the 9 of Wands. Strength. Wow. The 9 of Wands, the fire, the element of fire at its absolute height in the 9, manifesting that infinity of intensity. And the 9 of Wands is all about standing tall and having the audacity to endure, having the strength to persist, the will to overcome. This energy calls us to be in our empowered self, to trust in our emotions, and to do what is necessary to be that true self. Stay true to your desires, to your will. Have the energy that calls you to resist and overcome, to stand tall and to endure in the face of hardships. This energy comes to self-realization. This energy leads us through the gates of fortune. This is the power and the will that'll get us there. The power and the will to don the armor and to fight. The force that is necessary. Look, the prince, when they can engage, flip their pole, move out of the water and come into the passions, they can rise to this occasion, don their armor and take responsibility. When they can leave the air and come down into the earth, they can face themselves in the mirror, do the hard work, and overcome their limits. Rise to this. Wow, wow, wow. We're seeing this prince being called to flip both of their poles, to move out of the air and into the earth, and to move out of the water and into the fire, to take responsibility and to rise to this occasion, to come out of their comfort zone and to truly transform. Wow. Wow, Taurus. This is a wild reading. Let's see. The Six of Discs. The Six of Discs. Success. Success, right? This is truly powerful, beautiful energy. Success. Success is the most balanced and stable card in the earth. This is the energy of not only coming to completion and empowerment, but coming into security and stability. We find ourselves empowered in the earth, satisfied with what we have, accomplished in what we have done, and able to maintain this energy, able to stay in balance and in harmony. This is the most desirable of the earth cards because we don't have to worry. We are provided for and we can provide, empowered in this moment. Wow, let's continue. And at the top of our reading, we have the Two of Discs, change. The Two of Discs, change. Beautiful, right? And heavy. Oof, heavy, heavy, heavy energy, because the Two of Discs is just about the most intense card in the minor arcana. This is the nature of the earth, and it calls you to come into harmony with the earth, right? The nature of the earth is that everything changes, nothing stands still. Everything is in a constant state of flux. And in the face of the two, all we can do is maintain or adapt, right? If you do not move with this energy will crush you. It will break you down and turn you into something else. So we have to rise to meet it. We have to overcome it. We have to learn to collaborate and work with the beautiful people around us in order to come into flow, into harmony, to be like the bicycle and move in that perpetual motion, to accept the changes and to continuously rise to meet them in the energy of fortune, to don our armor and to face this. You know, the change is here, it's inevitable, it is necessary, it is reality. Do you have the wherewithal and the power to rise to meet it? Can you move forward in action and empowered energy, right? The change requires constant motion, and the chariot brings us that motion. The wheel turns, right? This is all about us learning to adapt and to continue, to continuously be in that maintaining, sustaining, empowering energy. Wow, wow, wow. We have to learn to face the change head on, to accept this energy and to meet it. All right. And look at that. We've got the Six, the Lovers, the Lovers. Wow, the Lovers card is so profound, right? The Six in the major arcana, the balanced middle path, right? Also energy of refinement, energy that calls us to recognize ourselves in the other, to see ourselves in the beautiful, loving energy around us, either the lover or the personal muse. And this energy demands a profound commitment, a willingness to make a choice, to affirm our connection to this energy. Are you willing to come together with this force, to truly shed your ego and to transform, to let the doubt and the negativity fall to the wayside, to be in that energy of loving adoration that calls us to recognize the other and to imitate them in that powerful divine imitation? This is really beautiful. We're seeing that Prince energy come out of the waters and into this magical power of refinement, both personal and external, with the highest muse and with the lover, with the people around them, committing to this energy of striving to connect and love the other, to empower them, to protect them, to stand with them, and to become like them, to become one empowered unit, to reform the divine androgyne phonies, right? This is really, 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 really beautiful and powerful. We're seeing this prince take responsibility, make a choice, fight for what they love, and have that strength to endure in this energy. To walk the lover's path is to walk with the other, to learn to love them and accept them, and to work together to become something greater, to truly alchemicalize, and to eventually transform this energy into the power of art, the magic of Solve Coagula. What is our final card? We have the Hangman. The Hangman, the primordial waters, the energy and the element of water. This is such powerful energy. The 12, reducing to the 3, the magic of the Great Mother. And the Hangman demands that we face our fears, face ourselves in the darkness of the abyss, flip our world upside down, flip our perspective in order to see outside of it, Recognize that if we wish to come into true harmony with the waters, to flow and to grow in generation, that we need to make the sacrifices that are necessary to do what we have to do to rise to the moment and better ourselves, right? This energy demands that we make a choice and that we willfully change, willfully come into harmony. You know, we need to do what we have to do. Trust our intuition here. Our intuition is screaming at us. It's saying that things are not stable and that we are out of balance, that we need to come into flow, make this choice, make this commitment, and make the sacrifices that are needed. If you wish to really face this fortune energy, you have to embrace the waters. You have to have the strength to face through them. You must be like Odysseus and strap yourself to the mast. Face your fears in the form of the sirens, and then make a profound choice after about where you go next, right? This is energy that demands transformation and action, a willingness to come into flow, into harmony, to face the waters and to trust our intuition, to rise above the fear and to commit to true empowered transformation. This is really beautiful. Look, we have so much transformative energy here. We have the magic of the lovers, calling us to commitment and to transformation, right? Calling us to engage and to recognize the other. We have the magic of the of the Virgo, of the Hermit, the energy that calls us into self-refinement, to shine the light of the moon into the depths of our soul and to do the hard work, to walk that long and solo, lonesome path of truly developing skill and practical ability, of rising to meet this energy head on and overcome it. Right? Then we have the energy of the Chariot, rising to the occasion, donning our armor, taking responsibility, empowering ourselves in action, doing what is necessary, right? Wow, wow, wow. And finally, we have the Hangman, surrendering and accepting what we have to do, recognizing ourselves and what we have to achieve in order to come into flow, in order to be in harmony with the beautiful waters and the people around us. This is such powerful magical energy. This is glorious Taurus. This is all about rising and meeting fortune head on, transforming oneself and growing beyond the limits of the Prince of Waters and becoming an empowered knight or queen, truly engaging in the love path and breaking free of all of this negativity, learning to trust and to flow in the waters and to empower ourselves in our will. Wow, what a beautiful little reading. Engage in the magic of refinement. Shed your ego and commit to love. Face your fears and transform. Be willing to do what is necessary. Don your armor and take responsibility. Have the strength to endure. Meet the change head on and you will be rewarded. Fortuna will empower you and bring you the security and success that is needed. Wow. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that resonated with you, Taurus. And this has been your reading for November 2025. All the love in the world. Thank you for watching.